Friday, live on Southern Ideas. I told y'all I'd be live on here sometimes. Where is the night crew at? It is early, it ain't even 12 o'clock yet. I don't see no chatters. I see 7 people waiting on the other computer. Now I see 8. Now I see 13. Hey there, drummer man. How you doing? Now I got 20. How about 25? Hey there, Myrtle. Hello, everybody there. Beer Rat, how you doing there, man? You reckon our men from Danny S is gonna come over here? Hey there, Wheeler Catcher. I got on here out of just sheer boredom. And what that means is I'm gonna have to make something up. I don't know if I can. I might just have to stand here and watch y'all chat. What you think? What you think? What you think? Hey there, Kathy. Oh, there's Kathy. How you doing today, Kathy? Uh, there's the beautiful Pamela Vargas. You can sit down. Hello there, Linda. Linda Jones. Finally seeing you. Linda, I've been doing live almost every night on Danny S. Hodges. I'm gonna see if I can find it and put it in chat. YouTube loves for you to do that. They love for you to be the conductor. You know what I mean? They don't like you doing the directing. But I'm fitting to put it in here. If I can pull the chat up. I got part of it in there. Go back and get the other part. Alrighty, there you go. That's my first original channel right there. And y'all, this will mostly be Tammy's channel. Mostly. You will see her on the lives on this channel right here. Southern Ideas. You're gonna mostly see her. But you'll see me on here from time to time. She still ain't feeling real good. I think this killing time is killing her, you know. Remember what I told y'all last night about staying at home all the time? See, she ain't been rambling much, you know. All right, let's see where I'm at here. Nicky Sticks, Jimmy. Hey, Jimmy, come over. Myrtle. I done spoke to Linda. Yes, sir. Yeah, she ain't been, she's done a couple lives on this channel right here. I mean, she just ain't been with the program, y'all. I mean, you know, a woman thing, you know. I just went and clicked the bell. All right, good deal. Good deal. Appreciate it, because it is Slim. You know, I mean, I'll be on that channel a lot, you know. I'll be on that channel a lot. Kathy, how's everything going today? Danny turning up. You got music too loud, cannot hear. I got music loud? Do I? Let me listen. Do I? Hey, I don't hear no music. Hey, I don't hear no music. Peggy, you might be slipping. You might be listening too much Elvis. It's something you got going on, because I got my TV on right here, and I see everybody saying they don't hear no music. It is possible, you know, that I don't hear any music. You just got something running in the background, Miss Peggy. Y'all, about, I don't know, right before Slim went live, I was fitting to go live, and I went over there, and she had went live 18 seconds ago. I said, oh my God, I gotta wait now. And I didn't think she was ever gonna get off. No, I don't. You know, it don't matter, yo. It don't matter. I just didn't have nothing to do. You know, I'd been looking at videos and stuff, watching a few videos. Danny, I hear your music. Turn it down. Hey, Peggy, you got something running in the background there. There is no music over here. Hey, Peggy, don't you see what everybody's saying? I have had music on before and didn't know it, boy. And I went and deleted that video. I couldn't hear it, you know. Hey, is everybody having a beautiful Saturday night? It is Saturday, ain't it? It always seemed like to me Saturday is kind of you know, not a good time to go live on Saturdays. It seemed like a lot of people wait till Saturday to do something, you know. Danny, please turn your music down off. It's too loud. Piggy, I hadn't got no music on. The music is on your end. I'm trying to speak real close into the mic and tell her. Well, we ain't doing nothing today. Same thing. There you go. Saturday Night Live. They were doing the same thing we were doing yesterday, and the day before that, and the day before that, which is nothing. It rained. It rained here good today. Tammy and Stephen was gonna get out there and take a bunch of stuff to the dump. They got rained out. It's the Late Late Show with Danny Hodges. Hey there, Elizabeth Clements. How you doing? Elizabeth, tell Peggy Craven she might see you since you're a mod that the music is on her end. Hey y'all, I have done that. I had that over, that intro I got playing. I didn't know it was playing. Man, I know everybody got tired of that thing. They wasn't nobody saying nothing, but I didn't know it was playing. And I looked at the time on it. It done been playing about 5 minutes over and over and over and over. Danny, sorry. It was one of my games. No. now, Peggy, you had done made me done pick up a hammer pit and go over there and hit my TV now because I thought music was playing. I'm glad you come in here and told me. Because I done started getting up out of my chair. Hey, Elizabeth, how's everything going in Michigan? I mean, y'all got plenty of snow and stuff. Danny was one of my games. All righty. Hey, Sabrina. And if I missed everybody, y'all, I just didn't see it. Danny about to turn this place into a car wash. I've done that a few times in my life. Uh, y'all know that David guy? I don't think I've ever seen him in here, y'all. It's snowing right now. I hear you. I mean, I don't never see him in here. I heard he's a good fellow. If he's blocked, I need to know it. Somebody told him he knows me. And from what they said, I think he does know me. But y'all, I am really getting tired of, getting tired of, not really doing nothing. Yeah, yeah, I heard he lived in east of 'em. Over there at the woolen mill. And there's always somebody having a little bit of problem whenever you go live. They can't hear you. Last night, somebody they had it on they had the chat on their phone, but they didn't have it on the TV. Yeah, and you know what, Pamela? I don't know if you need to count. Yeah, I don't know if you need to count YouTube as a hobby. But I mean, I spend a pretty good bit of time, you know. But like, you know, probably what the biggest thing is just staying up at night, you know. You know how we do, y'all. We'll be sitting up there drinking coffee, talking about, I'm fitting to go to bed in just a minute. Then 15 minutes later, we look at the clock. Yeah, it is, Pamela. It is my business, but I don't want it to be my life, boy. And I mean, I don't know. I don't like to get on there during the daytime for some reason. I don't know why. Y'all, I gotta think of something to say, and I gotta be thinking quick too. I mean, I gotta be thinking real quick. I tell you something I have thought about. So I just tell you what I'm thinking, what I've been thinking about today. Somebody, you know, on my live last night on Danny S. Hodges just saying, I had to meet you here today. Uh, Somebody told me that Grandma said she was losing subscribers and didn't know why. You know how fast I could turn that around, y'all? Do you know how fast I could turn that around? Sit there and snap your finger about 3 times. There is some YouTube secrets. You know, I mean, I ain't gonna say nothing about, you know, the reason, but I do know why, you know. I used to like that song. I had to meet you here today. It's just so many things to say. I used to love to listen to that, but I didn't let my friends know that, you know. And I had a buddy that lived up here, where grandma lives. I had a buddy that lived up me in the trailer. They bought a brand new double wide trailer come from Florida. That double wide trailer's gone now. Somebody, yeah, please don't stop me till I'm through. But I was down there in grandma's yard. I was 15 to 16 years old. And the dude, my buddy, was up there cutting grass. And he thought the lawnmower was drowning his voice out. And he was up there singing, fire, doom, 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 doom. Fire, sing it slow now. Hey, boy, I got the kind of looking at, hey there, KK, I know I ain't spoke to you. I got to looking at videos and that. Well, when somebody discovers something new on YouTube, everybody gets in on it. And they showing these people, that's done passed on. Just one right behind another. Y'all remember that show, Three's Company? They all gone. Uh, Charlie's Angels, Gilligan's Island, they all gone. Here there, Dallas. They all gone, boy. Yeah, yeah, I like that. I like that family. Uh, let's see, where was I at there now? Well, I do know this right here. It don't seem right. And it was showing people, that done got old, boy. I was over there looking at the Lost in Space people. They didn't film that Lost in Space for 3 years. And they had some kind of a show. Now I'm talking about two or three different things here. Hey there, Linda and Miss Barbara. And hello to everybody, all the good people. Hello to everybody. And all the pretty people. Y'all know any of them in here? All the pretty women. Hello to everybody. And all the handsome men in here. Sitting back. Talking about, there goes another. Man, she don't even know I'm even sitting here. That's what he's thinking when he see y'all chat. They don't even see me. These women ain't stuck up in here. These women ain't stuck up. We don't allow no stuck up women in here. They all got to get on the mic and say, hey, do you like good music? Yeah, yeah. Oh, they went to like show where famous people come out. But there wasn't no superstars there. But man, people like standing in line for 2 hours waiting for an autograph and pay $100 to get it. I don't know about y'all. I don't think I'll stand in line 2 hours for somebody's autograph. And there wasn't even superstars. There wasn't no superstars there. Hey Angel. All right, good. Good, I'm glad you did. DJ and the Bear, is that right, y'all? Is that right, DJ and the Bear? Now, he's still like real handsome looking, you know. That Barbara Eden was there. I Dream of Jeannie. She was there. It don't hardly seem right to me, you know. And you know, we all know everybody leaves this world. We all know that. But for some reason, we don't sit around and worry about it. Now, if it's something we knew we had to do in a month that we didn't want to go do, we would just dread that the most of anything you ever seen. Especially me. But I don't sit around and think about leaving this world, you know. Dang. June Lockhart. She was pretty classy. 100 years old. And hey, Tammy ain't. Hey, I'm glad you did, Angela Cole. You know, we have a pretty good time in here, y'all. I had the women laughing last night. There's a couple didn't like it. They unsubscribed but then 8 more people subscribed, so what do you say? Tammy was telling me, you might have heard her talking about Miss Abbott every once in a while. Miss Abbott was this old humpback woman that she go to church and Tammy looked at her like a baby, you know. Sat beside of her, you know. Went down to the old folks' home and, you know, I told you about it. I told you Tammy took her tape player down there one day, and one day I seen her bring that tape player home, you know. But she was telling me, here's what I'm getting around to. I don't reckon nobody's in a real big hurry, is it? I just messing with you. She said they took that whole woman's check except $20. I guess the cucumber last night was the last straw. You know, y'all. Yeah, I was talking about cucumbers last night, y'all. If you missed it, I was talking about cucumbers. And then, like the relatives, y'all, had to buy our stuff. And Tammy. I said, no, you're mistaken about that. They give her $20 a month. Here's your $20 for the month. Don't spend it all in one place. And like I think like that, hell, that can't be right. You can't even get the beauty shop to come there and fix her hair. She said, yeah. She said, that's the way that is. Here's what I figure. I'm gonna bypass the old folks' home. They ain't gonna take all my money and give me $20 a month. Yeah, that's a new one on me. I mean, I don't know. I mean, damn, that's bad, ain't it? Some nursing homes have a beauty shop, but you have to pay for it. Hey, that's bad there, y'all. If Barbara doesn't come in here, she behind. She behind. She'll be hearing me talking about this in a minute. She's behind talking about I don't hear any music. That's why when you get off the live, y'all, it'll still say 50 or 60 people's watching. That's why. I sit and watched it last night on this computer. And Barbara don't even hear what I'm saying right now. She'll hear it in a few minutes. She don't hear no music. Hey, Barbara, it just means you're behind when you do finally hear this. Then they like showing all the people from Wizard of Oz. All gone. You know, Charlie's Angels. All gone. I think they all gone. In the hell, man, it seemed like just yesterday. Yeah, boy, that's to do with that sitting around, you know. You out doing something, going and going and going. You ain't got time to think about stuff you can't do nothing about anyway. I think I am 70 so adult actors when I was little or 30 or more. And, I don't even know how I got strung out watching that. And man, you won't believe this? Well, you might will. Y'all know that Spotify. I ain't never went. Well, I think I might have went there, but anyway, place where you go pay $1 to get the music or something or other. Instead of going to town, you can get it for $1. And AI has about took it over. And, that stuff's like real up in the air. The AI music. I mean, they are beating out stars. Dallas Gibson, isn't that? Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are, Pam. I went and watched that Motley Crue the other night. He's got on there and sung about 38 minutes or something. I watched him. And I ain't never been a real big Motley Crue fan. Not real big. But I know their music and everything. That guy can't hardly sing no more. And they got all that money. That guy from Motley Crue is rich, 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 rich. He still wants to sing, y'all. Them was some wild people. They got a movie about them called The Dirt. You would never know it was them. But I mean, them some wild people, boy. That, do you like Santana? Yeah, I like Santana, okay. You want to get on here and sing, Pam? I like music that y'all would never think I would like. I just like country's the worst. And I still listen to all that music. in the boat. Why, there'll be winter Atlanta this weekend. They all took the campers up there. I expect they got rained out. Yeah, I've listened to all kind of crazy stuff, fam. I just don't ought to care for country. But like, there's a few country songs I like. I don't know how I'm gonna get out of this night rut. But I gotta get out of it. Cause this fishing's fitting to start, y'all. Yeah, we used to listen to that Molly Hatchet. Yeah, they kind of messing music up, y'all. I know a little bit about it from studying it. I don't know enough to explain it to you, but like the songs are perfect. Like they sing the first half of the song, and then the rest of it's just the rest of the music is what it was on the first half and more. And at ACDC, when you play the drums, so you hear things different, you know. And they got the same beat to every song. Yeah, I go along with that, Pam. I seen on there a while ago, you know, when I was watching that show, you know, where the not so famous actors was there. John Wayne's brother was there. Never even knew he had a brother. He was in movies and stuff too. I kind of got to watching that. They had 28 acres there where they filmed almost everything. And they tear buildings down. And build new, and I don't see how they can do that. And, you know, everything from Andy Griffith's tore down. One of my girlfriends texted me here. One time, y'all, I done a video. I had a sign up in the background. I didn't know it. And my phone number was on that sign. And man, people started calling me, boy. It got so bad there one time where I was like, wanting to change my phone number. I said, hell, man, go watch the videos. I can't teach you how to make an antenna over the telephone. Yeah, family, you probably didn't ever watch MTV, but I did. I remember when Guns N' Roses was on MTV. They started putting that rap on there. I quit watching. Yeah, I mean, I just don't, you know what I mean? It just ain't my thing, boy. It just ain't my thing. At all. You know, who's gonna fill their shoes, you know? Yeah. Yeah, I do too, Myrtle. We was somewhere camping one time. Somebody had a loud stereo in the car. They was playing that rap. Hey, we like got to fight. Up there, think was at Lake Oconee. Oh, y'all, is there anything new? I didn't have nothing particular to get on here and talk about tonight. Is there anything new? I guess William quit going live, y'all. You know, he told me he was. Yeah, you know, that show I watched, you would be surprised at how many movie, uh, yeah, movie, and like the 30-minute shows like Gilligan's Island and Hogan Heroes. And I ain't never cared one day about Hogan Heroes, but hey, maybe he'll stay on Pamela. They closing in on that Epstein stuff. You know what I mean? I reckon y'all know about it, that Prince Charles. Boy, if I done some stuff like that, I wouldn't be able to stand it. Hell yeah, he needs to be in prison. That's like, boy, ain't that about as low as you can go? It's really kind of sickening. It is Jody Jackson. Yeah, that's really kind of almost make you sick on your stomach. You get thinking about that too much. And buddy, I don't care who they are. They need to be in prison. Oh, Danny boy, don't play that stuff. Oh, we got some of them in Dublin. I seen somebody on the sheriff register one time that worked for me. I couldn't hardly believe it. I fired him. He was a real good worker too. But I just can't overlook that. If it was a bunch of women that knew what they was doing, that's a whole different story. But boy, that's like just something. It's something I ain't all right with. They, they was young. And you see them, the oversight committee up there asking them questions. I ain't never seen them once take somebody out in handcuffs. It's all stupid. They know, y'all. They know. And they think we a bunch of fools. And some of us might be. And them some crooked people, boy. Boy, it's raining like a son of a gun out there now. They're all involved. And you know, bunch of women, y'all, they know how easy this can happen. My daughter was protected, y'all. We knew where she was going some when she did go camping. You know, not camping, but spend the night, you know. One of them girls she used to really like growed up to be wild. I heard, you know. And I know y'all don't care too much about the politician business, but I'm gonna tell you something. Uh, what you're seeing, is a bunch of good talkers. That don't necessarily make them smart, but they just good talkers, you know. I get tired of it, y'all. All my friends is tired of it too. We used to be glued to the TV, to the news. Same old thing. Same old thing. They wouldn't want me up there, boy. So I was telling y'all, you know, Tammy done them lives, you know. Couple lives on this channel. And she done pretty good, you know. She's kind of been down for about like 7 days now. You know, when she talks like she's at the funeral home. She don't realize it. It used to be like about 3 days, you know. And on the 4th day, you know, she'd be all right, you know. But I can't hardly to get her to come back around, you know. When you see her, like fuss back instead of just agree. You need to wait another day to talk to her. I ain't like that, y'all. I don't get, down where I'm depressed, Ada Ann Bradford. I mean, she can't help it. If she makes a video or something, like she can snap out of it, to make a video, but I mean, she ain't been seeing her sister, they ain't been rambling. And I was telling y'all, that oh, sitting around the house, I was telling y'all this last night, sitting around the house, is bad on you. If you're rambling around and I mean, I'm telling you, she ain't been going nowhere. It's kind of bad on you to sit around. And, like she was seeing Dina, about once a week. She ain't been watching Steven because she can't get on there with her phone. I finally fixed it where she could get on there and watch. But she's got a little bit of that stuff in her. There's times when she's ready to listen to that. There's times when she don't. And when she don't want to hear it, she don't want to hear it. I said, don't say, hey, everybody, how you doing? And then walk off. I was telling somebody else about it. She said, I ain't never noticed her doing that. I said, because I cut it out. Yeah, it's amazing you can remember that there, Pamela. I heard her say that the other day. And, I mean, Dina, I think Dina has that in her too. Some of that depression. And it seemed like a lot of women's like that. Is that what you call it? Well, I do know he's going to get back on there. At least he told me he was. But I mean, I don't even know why he got off. Yeah. Yeah, I see that, Joe. Yeah, we hadn't, we ain't been talking a whole lot. She ain't in the mood. It may be just around, sitting around this house. Like I say, boy, I know it's hard on you 'cause it's hard on me. But I mean, I don't get depressed about it, but like, it kind of makes you get up and go. Kind of does something till you get up and go. Yeah, well, she has plenty of time. I mean, she has plenty of time. She reads and stuff. She does what she wants to do, so YouTube is a big part of our life. I don't even know if I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. And I mean, I ain't just saying that to be talking. I mean what I'm saying. Yeah. Yeah, I see you there, Pam. She in there watching TV now. She don't listen to me, y'all. When I'm live and stuff, she don't listen. I've been lucky I never been bothered with too much depression. It was hard when Mama died, and yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, yeah. I finished off of that them dumplings tonight. You know, earlier today. I finished a pot. I ate the whole pot. It was good. It was good, y'all. Her channel's doing good, but that don't excite her. I don't know. They might need to go back to the mountains. Hey, y'all hit the like button, y'all. Yeah, she's doing good. Yeah, well, I ate that whole pot. She cooked some cornbread too. That's what I ate today. And I really and truly, boy, don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I ain't joking now. I do know I ain't exactly satisfied. I do know that. and I'm just talking from the heart now, I ain't exactly satisfied. I know a man on YouTube. He was doing one video a day, 7 days a week. And then he decided to start doing 2 videos a day. And that will consume your life. 1 video a day is bad enough. But then he's doing 2. He's doing it for the money. He's doing it for the money. And I'm saying that's all right to do it for the money. It's really all right. But like you ain't gonna get very much done, you know. I'm not getting very much done. It's just what I'm talking about. But I can tell you, I've been here where I am right now many times. Many times. And the weather, we broke out here a while back, you know, went to Lake Sinclair. But the weather put a stop to us. You know, it got cold. It actually wasn't real bad that day we went to the lake. It actually wasn't real bad. But that was the best day of the week. But it was still cool. And the wind was blowing. Now, I noticed Steven, he usually takes off on the weekend. And he's been doing that, you know, long as I can remember, he'd take off on the weekend. Yeah, I am too. And usually here in Georgia, y'all, it usually ain't that, ain't that rough. You could put a long sleeve shirt on and go out and do stuff, about any time. But this year right here, well, you know how everybody's getting the snow everywhere and everything. It's done snowed here 2 times, 2 or 3 times this year. And I mean, it's just been it's just been rough. I mean, it's raining right now. I hear it hitting that air conditioner right there, and it's been raining all day. Sit around, smoke more cigarettes. But it ain't, I mean, I reckon it'll be like that some years. But I can tell you this right here. If you think my plans are set in stone, you better think again. Take me something for the headache. Money don't decide what I do. Yeah, and you know, Angel, when it starts warming up, it'll get hot, you know. And I mean, hell, man, I might just need to move. You know what I mean? You know, it's almost, make you almost feel like that, you know. I know I was roofing, there's these people that had a house in Michigan, but they had a house here too. And they done road paving. And every year they pull out from here. And all his trucks, they would go to Michigan, all of them. And it was a bunch of them. And they'd work until, you know, the weather got rough, you know, cold. And then they would come back to Dublin. And they done that for years and years. I mean, I wouldn't doubt that man ain't gone now. There's a bunch of people from Michigan. One man come down here to Dublin. He was telling them friends of his in Michigan. And boy, I don't know how many of them Michigan people come and bought houses in Dublin. And you hear one of them talking, you could tell, you know, they's from Michigan. And I was the roofer for all of them. You know, word of mouth, you know. Well, you know, they come down here, they didn't know nobody. The first man that come from Michigan down here, y'all, I had to talk him into letting me do his roof. That was kind of early in my business days. I had to talk him into it. And but when he told me he was gonna do it himself. Gonna do the roof himself. Yeah. And then I already had a lot of work, you know. Because it was later on. They didn't all move down here at one time, you know. But I already stayed busy, you know. I thought about something I was gonna tell y'all. And it ain't much of that, but when I started roofing for that other man, you know, I told you me and Tammy was poor people, boy. And they'd go to the huddle house every morning. But I couldn't eat because I didn't have the money. That's how poor we was, y'all. Me and Tammy, we know what the hell hard times is, buddy. Mama told me she thought we ought to have been doing better than what we were doing, you know. I heard her say that quite a few times. But we didn't make much money, you know. And when I started roofing for that man, I made $4 an hour. And you never work 40 hours. You might work 30. You would never work 40 hours. You couldn't. A roofing crew can't hold up working 40 hours. And you like will lose time going, you know, you might finish one day at 12 o'clock and then not, you know, just take the rest of the day off, you know, start on something else the next day, you know. You never got 40 hours. But whenever I was there, I was paying attention. Because they wouldn't tell you nothing. They didn't want you to know how to mark that house off and run shingles around a vent and run a valley. They didn't want you to know how to do it. But I was watching them doing it, you know, and then I was paying attention. And I done that for 3 months and quit. I put some signs on my truck. Biggest joke you ever heard in your life. I made it, son. I made it. It wasn't exactly fun, neither. We didn't make it too good. Oh, you talking to Pam? We didn't make it too good. You know, buy on layaway. I kind of remember, and we didn't have to go buy on layaway no more. But we sure used to have to. I would hate to do all that again, even though it didn't bother us that much, because we was used to it. And that's what I was telling y'all last night. You know, it's amazing what you can get used to. And I've heard Mama talking and stuff. And I've thought about that a pretty good bit. You know what no electricity means? And I mean, I never heard her say this part, you know, too much. But see, I thought about it. You know, you toting them little lamps. And I mean, I reckon kerosene. As you know, they ain't have 'em going on in every room, you know. They have to walk around with them, go to another room and have to take a lamp with them. Listen to a radio. Any of y'all ever see them days like that? Man, can you imagine now if you had to build a fire to cook and the clothes you wore? I remember them old flour sacks at the grocery store. Every time we go in there, we hit them with our fists, make the dust come out. It's hard to imagine, ain't it? And I was wanting to go down there to that place where Mama showed me one time. I go back in them woods and find that place. I had all kind of big plans. And I mean, I don't know if I will. Now, I know it probably ain't too far back in there in the woods. And they rode a buggy. This is what I was always interested in when she was talking. And like when Mama does it, Mama talks about old times. She'll tell me, I done said that. I said, they don't care if they done heard it. I mean, I don't care if I done heard it. I want to hear it again. And see, y'all don't really know where Adrian is, but I know where that house is. She was saying caught on fire. It's pretty good little ways to town. They still ain't no internet down there. No, I ain't. I'm talking about a place you ain't ever seen, so. Yeah, that's hard to imagine, ain't it? I mean, I was looking at, let's see, Ann. I was looking at Ann's comment there. Then you get up and get out. Our time is, that's right. But I mean, that's just what I've just been telling you, though, Angela. The weather's been rough. It's been rough here. You know, you see how Grandma's going live in her house, and she don't want to do them lives in her house. I can tell you right now, she don't want to. She don't want to be in her house and do them lives. But the weather's been rough. Man, don't you know? Sitting around with no electricity. I mean, damn, what you do? Sit in a chair? Ain't no TV to watch? Used to go with her. Me and my brother. used, used to go down to Uncle Tillman's house. He had a well on his back porch. He had a top and everything. For some reason, we used to always like to spit in it. But every time we ever went, he had a TV sitting there. It was never on. You walk in there, he had like this grandfather clock. And like this the way I'm talking right here, whenever I pause talking, you'll hear that clock. And we, at the time, live with Mama. He had TV and everything. TV in the bedroom and the living room. You go down there, he never had that TV on. I know why now. He never had that TV on. Is there anybody that can guess why they never had that TV on? Oh man, that thing was quiet, boy. I don't know how that man sat in that house. Oh, the woman died. I don't know how that man sat in that house listening to that clock. I mean, I remember it like it was yesterday. Nah, it wasn't a power bill. Cause it's way down there in Adrian, y'all. They couldn't pick up nothing. They had electricity. At the time I'm talking about, they had electricity. But the nearest station would have been Augusta, which is a long ways off. I couldn't pick it up. He would have had that TV on. Yeah, no signal. I mean, since I mess with antennas so much, I know that now. 'Cause it was still, I could take an antenna down there and put it up. And I got some antennas down there on that road that I went and put up on that road. But that antenna I made, y'all, that's one hell of an antenna. I ain't just saying it 'cause it's mine, you know. But they couldn't pick nothing up 'cause, I mean, it's about 100 miles. And at that time, y'all, even if you live 50 miles, hey there, Robin, I've been missing you. I asked somebody where you been, Robin. I noticed you was gone. Even if you live 50 miles from the station, you're not gonna have a snowy picture then. Has anybody ever had to go outside and turn the antenna? I know you have, but I still want to see it, because I got something to tell you about that. It took me a little while to get going tonight, y'all. But when I got on here, I didn't really have nothing to say. Yeah, let's look at them. They're coming in there, y'all. Comments take a second to start coming in. I know y'all did. If you had an antenna, probably most of us did. Okay, good, Rob. So you know what the deal was, y'all? People don't know very much about antennas and stuff. But you could have it pointed right at the station. And just conditions, would make the signal bad. Just conditions. You can have good antenna days, and you can have bad antenna days. I promise you, you can. And you turn that antenna away from the station, and it starts picking up better. You hear me in the house saying, "Ho, right there." And then you start coming back to the house. Oh, turn it back. Turn it back. And all it was doing when you was turning that antenna, it's just conditions was coming in better that minute. If you turn it away from the station, y'all understand me? It's just conditions got better for a second. But the best thing to do is put that thing toward the station and leave it. Going out there turning it won't really help. We have an antenna, not sure if it's hooked up. Yeah, it ain't. If you got the internet, there ain't no need to have an antenna no more. I still got one up. When the time to turn that antenna is when you can turn it to different stations. They usually put all them TV stations where you can just point that way and get them all. But it's not always like that. like my antenna that I got here, I got a rotor on it. And I can turn it to Savannah. I can turn it all the way around and turn it to Atlanta. And then all over, I could turn that thing all over the place. Need to pick up. Turn this little woo. Yeah. If you ever start that going out there turning that antenna, it's just conditions. That TV station ain't moving. But really don't nobody know that. You know, people don't really realize that. But when you turning it away from that station, you backing up. You know, I know Uncle Tillman, he had a scuffling vines and everything. Well, usually wind up walking out in the yard. Yeah, I was reading that there, Rob. You know, we got now, we got YouTube. We got all these channels on TV. Right there at our fingertips. And what do we say? I can't find nothing to watch. Ain't that something, y'all? I was over there a while ago watching Lost in Space. Yeah, you don't need an antenna if you got the internet. They got y'all know that, what's that real rich man? Friend of Donald Trump. What's his name, y'all? I was, you know, he's got his own internet, you know. And like I was yeah, Elon. Leave it to Pamela Vargas. I, you know, I knew a little bit about it, but you know, very little, very little. I kind of like started studying it, you know, and where you get your phone signal, like your phone, it comes from a tower, and then if you got, you know, fiber optic, I don't know where that comes from. I mean, you know, they don't have it everywhere, you know. But that stuff Elon Musk has got, it don't matter where you are. It comes from space. And they, Starlink, yeah. And they, you know, the price is coming down. But like these people that you see, and we probably all watched them one time or another, that ramble around, especially the big time YouTubers. They have that Starlink. Yeah, I know it's underground, but I don't exactly know where it comes from. I don't know exactly where they get the signal from. We got that fiber optic now, y'all. It's pretty good. Yeah. But them people that travel around in them vans and stuff, I think they have houses myself. I could take my camper 100 yards from this house up there in the field and make out like I'm in Texas, do my 30-minute video, and then ride back to the house. And there is crookedness on YouTube, whether y'all know it or not. I told y'all about that guy that he'd wake up in the bed. You're being fooled a lot, you just don't realize it. He'd wake up in the bed, his hair would be damn all kind of directions. He'd have a cup of coffee, and his camera would be magically on. You know what? What started like me, like knowing he was scamming people? Here's what started it. I said, why in the hell don't he comb his hair? You know how your hair looks when you get up. And he done got up, made him a cup of coffee, cut his camera on, wake up yawning, and his camera's magically on. I knew he had another house. I knew he had a house in town, him and his girlfriend. And she wouldn't be in that bed with him. Sometimes she'd be in the bed with him. But a lot of times she wasn't. And when she takes her pretty little butt to that house in town, you think he's gonna stay out there and miss out? That no. No. What he's doing, I figured it all out. That joker go home with her, spend the night, get up, say, all right, come on, we gotta go to the camper. And make out like we slept there. She'd say, I don't want to go. You just go ahead. That's what they was doing. They ain't spent the night in that camper in their damn night. And that guy would. But his wife with her pretty little butt, if she wasn't there, he ain't gonna be there. They's fooling people. I'd never say nothing, on his channel. He's big time too. But there's a lot of dishonesty, more than you'd ever dream of. I can tell it from watching. I seen somebody that's like supposed to be off grid, and I seen one day they showed the power lines accidentally. They was live. I seen the power lines running to the trailer. I asked him 2 or 3 questions about the generator, and they blocked me. They blocked me because I was asking questions. Good Lord, Danny, people old, they stop all the nonsense. Yeah, I had already suspected him of lying. At first I asked him, I said, can't y'all get electricity if you wanted to? He said, yeah. But he wanted his channel to be off grid. Not for him, for you watching. You see him going and getting milk out the refrigerator and stuff. And, they made out like they run a generator, y'all. It's a lot of money to run a generator. Running a generator ain't cheap. You might run one of them little ones. Hey, yeah, people. Hey, y'all people do anything, boy. Friends of mine who are partially off grid, they only have water from only, they have a lot of generators though. Hey, generators ain't no bargain. Generators good like if your electricity goes out. If it goes out. But you don't wanna be trying to run your channel with a generator. And they might actually start it out like that. That solar power ain't all that good. Hell, it might be alright for running a light bulb or something. But you have to have pretty good setup just to run a refrigerator. That stuff's going out of style on YouTube, that homesteading and off-grid and stuff. It's going out of style, but it was hot and heavy for a long time. You can go look at what's trending. I have went and looked what's trending before. But I don't, I mean, I probably went and looked a year ago at the stuff that was trending. But, hey, almost everything, y'all, has been done. I was actually telling y'all a while ago, one person makes an AI video, and then they say, oh, man, that's a good idea. I think I'll make one just like that. And they do. If you hit something that's making money, people see it, you won't be doing it by yourself long. When I used to make videos, y'all, I didn't search around on the internet and watch people's videos and say, yeah, I think I'll make a video like that. I thought of all my ideas. And big time YouTubers will come in here and watch me. And hell, I'd sit there and show them exactly how to do it, They'd steal my ideas. There's always a book writer, always. And then there's people that'll copy them. Hell, I show them just how to do it. Man said, I'll tell you how I make my antennas. I said, your antenna? I said, well, that damn antenna looks just exactly like mine. All that hard work I done. All that hard work. And me just a telling everybody how to do it exactly. How to do it down to a T. Showed them all how to hook a cable from the antenna to a laptop. You hear me? An antenna cable to a laptop. I go to put an antenna up. I take a laptop with me. I wasn't guessing. I knew exactly what I was doing. I taught the whole world how to do it. Down to a T. underlined everything. These people that you see in there coming here every now and then talking about my antenna, and people know, boy. I had something I was going to show y'all. Let's see if I can. Let me see if I done it on Tammy's phone. Y'all listen to this right here, careful. You know, I told y'all a while ago Tammy couldn't pick up Stephen on the double T, you know. So I said, hand me your phone. And I was searching just like you. You know, don't even halfway know what I'm doing on the double T, you know. I put in Stephen Hodges 81. You know how many people he's got copying him, stealing his material? You think it's 10 people? You think it's 20 people? It's about 30 or 40 people stealing Stevens' videos and making a channel. And I was over there watching, but I knew I wasn't on the right channel, because I knew Steven was live. But like, it appeared like I was on his double T, but I wasn't. They had it. Yeah. And see, there's a good many women that's got mad. They give money. You know, they went in there and asked for money. And the women give it to him. And he don't do that. My husband and I want to purchase an antenna from you. Hey, I don't do it no more, Angela. I done that until I was tired of it. When I quit, I was making all kind of money. But I got tired. That's all I was doing, y'all. He's got 30 or 40 people with his picture on the double T. And they are worried about you smoking on there. Ain't they a bunch of nice people? That's what I was telling y'all. He's got a good bit of men in there. That's what they doing. They sitting there recording what he's doing. But like Steven's got about 50,000 followers, you know. And you can tell when you're on the wrong one. I finally did find him. It took me a minute. to find him. Well, he needs to do it, Pam. Cause I know of some, that uh sent the clone money and then got mad with Steve. But he was saying it wasn't me. Yes, it was you. I knew it was you. And what I mean? Hell, boy, they out there, boy. Yeah, boy. Yeah, yeah, it's normal. See, they don't care. I think, I think Pamela's right though about they can stop that. But see, I don't think nobody can share it. Share the lives. I don't know. I ain't really talked to him about it. I don't know enough to be talking about it, but like, I know a lot of people get sucked in, and that's the reason they doing it. Anytime there's money to be made, you're gonna have that. There's a little bit of that on YouTube too, but they'll get you on YouTube. They on YouTube, they know who uploaded a video first. But then you can make your own video. Oh man, I've had so many people copy me. I don't even get, I quit getting mad about it 3 years ago. It's so much. I guess that's the way it is. I know one time I made a video and I sat down at the drums, played the drums for about 30 seconds. I said, copy that. Cause it was real bad there one time. Yeah. Yeah, you can, Rob. Hey, living life. I think he knows about that. I'm pretty sure he does. But I'm telling you, I had Tammy's phone and I had a hard time actually finding him. And then if I were to get on there, they would do me the same way. They'll do you like that. If you're successful, they'll do you like that. And I always have a lot of people copying me. From the start, I've always had a lot of people copying me. They don't know how to they don't know how to go do their own thing. But I was a book writer. I still am a book writer. I got enough of consumption about me. I don't have to watch somebody else's video. And, you know, talking about being fooled and all that. I seen a man one time. He had water running down a sheet of tin. And he was trying to show you he knew how to make hot water. You can pour a cup of hot water on tin and it will warm it up by the time it gets to the bottom. But if you got a water hose running on that tin, y'all, it ain't gonna heat that tin ain't gonna heat that water up non-stop running. And I seen so many videos like that. I made this thing one time. I didn't make a video of it, but I seen somebody do it. And I made a video. I didn't make a video, but I built that thing, you know. It wasn't too much to it. And I done it summertime. And they put this thing out there with mirrors and stuff on it. It's made out of glass. And I did used to go to all kind of trouble. I've done so much stuff, but you know, I'm tired of doing it. But he's gonna cook a stew with sunlight. Yeah, it is. Yeah, you're right, Angel. He knows it. Women is in love with Stephen and they think he loves them. Hey, y'all, you can't cook from sunlight. You can't cook a pot of chicken and dumplings. I tried it. Hey, boy, like, there ain't enough sunlight in the day. And that man was on there talking about, yeah. I don't know, I reckon he took the pot in the house, got it cooking on the stove, and took it out there real fast. Already had the camera filming. Yeah, Stephen, you know, I mean, his situation's awful. And I mean, I don't know what they think, you know. I mean, I don't know if they thought they was gonna get married or what the hell, you know. I don't know what. I mean, I know they won't hardly go on, you know. He started blocking people. He started blocking women. I don't even know who his moderators are, but they started blocking women. You know, the bad ones. I used to kind of keep up with a little bit, like a year ago. And I just don't even, uh, you know, if I am watching a live, y'all, hell, I don't watch chat. I might go over there and see what he's doing or something other. I just don't watch it. I got something I'll show y'all though. I like this. When I seen it today, I liked it. And make it a little bigger. And I know he's gonna have to take that goat to the pen. Watch this, y'all. This is on the double T. Get him, he ready to go in. He ready to go in the house. Yeah, I like that. They're pretty good. And like I say, y'all, I mean, it can't keep him in the house forever. And it can't let him run loose. Something happened to him. And he's actually a better mama than the goat's mama. I think the goat's mama died or something other. He was inside, she was out. I could hear him. I could hear her crying. I said, in chat, go get her. Oh, really? Yeah. Yeah, I really don't watch that much, y'all. Yeah, I really don't watch that much, but he's doing pretty good over there, y'all. He's doing pretty good. You know, I'm like he's got an audience of a bunch of crazy women, and that concerns me. And I don't know, I don't think he knows how to get out of it. That's his audience. Like where I got an audience here of a bunch of decent women. He's got an audience of a bunch of wild women. And that don't mean every one of them, but I mean, y'all know, those of you that watch, you know what I'm talking about because I hear people talking about it all the time. And I believe some of them people some of them women love him so much. They think he loves them. I mean, at least that's the way it appears. And I mean, they won't hardly go on and live their life. That had a lot to do with him and mama. Just a bunch of horny women that's behind the keyboard saying and doing stuff that they would never say to somebody's face. There's a difference in I love to watch Steven and I'm in love. There's a difference. Tammy likes to watch Steven too. She watches him all the time. She used to. She done about messed her phone up. Her screen on her phone, like damn near shaking. It's got so much stuff going on in the background. They put some pop-up blockers and all that on there, but that stuff is still trying to run. She has to go live with my phone. I don't even know if she can go live with hers no more. Got to wipe it clean and start all over again. She said, I want to get me another phone. I said, well, getting another phone ain't going to do no good if you're going to put that stuff back on it. I ain't never messed with them games and that stuff, y'all. But I heard they'd mess your phone up. And it did. Things shutting off. That stuff's running in the background just as hard as it can run. About to have a fit. Stephen will have his own life. No worries. Social media is one thing. Real life is another. Yeah. You know, the women got to where it was a game. You know, Ellie, they went down there to I reckon Walt Disney World. And he tries not to show where he's at. But somebody recognized something other. And that woman come and got a motel in the same place. At Disney World. So, he tries to keep all that stuff a secret. See, he ain't doing all that stuff on purpose. But it's a small group of women, It's a game. I'd hate to know I was like that. So, you can't blame him. Cause see, I always know where they at. I might make out like I don't know where they at, but I always know where they at. And he tries to, that's the reason he about halfway don't film. Cause no matter where he is, women will show up. I wouldn't want that kind of life, y'all. You can imagine what my mama thinks. And I know what my mama thinks. And a bunch of y'all, too. Almost about any woman, I've heard it so much. I've heard Tammy say it too. The women are worse than the men. And I've heard that so much. I heard it today. The women are worse than the men. I don't know. I don't remember who it was. You know, he's gonna get married. He had one woman, she said she didn't. But I've had so many people tell me so much stuff. Is I know she's not innocent because I've had so many people tell me. And like one woman would say, "Are you with Stephen?" And instead of saying no, she would say, "I'm not going to answer that." And I mean, he didn't like that worth a damn. Them leaving, like her leaving it where she ain't saying no and she ain't saying yeah. I said, "Have you ever seen her?" He said, "No." Women don't come like they used to, y'all. But, he's trying to get away from that, Because hell, man, they run his YouTube channel. Was it? Yeah. That's, you know what I mean? That's something like you see in a movie, you know? Yeah. Here's how I am, y'all. I don't mind stepping up here in the spotlight. But when I get out of the spotlight, I want to be out. I don't want to talk on the phone all day. What's this person doing and what's that person doing? And there's a lot of that. You know what? You know who else don't want to be on the phone all day? Grandma. You know who else? Tammy. I don't reckon he can joke stuff. I was joking last night. Joking around on Danny S, but I don't reckon he can joke or nothing. It's bad. But I don't think it's as bad as it was. But I mean, I ain't heard him saying much. I mean, y'all, I'm sure y'all, those of y'all that watch, I mean, I know y'all know more than me because I don't look at the chat, you know. I mean, I don't even see no need to look at the chat. I mean, hell, I don't know them. Hey, I pretty much know y'all, you know, but I don't know them. That's just crazy. A psychotic chase Stephen down makes you wonder about some of these women' state of mind. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, some of the best stuff he's done, he don't even show on camera because he don't want nobody to know where he's at. And he can't hardly show nothing. It's a game. And then if one person does figure out where they're at, they tell everybody. But let me tell you this right here. They don't want you to know what they're doing. The women, they don't want you to know what they're doing. They don't want no camera at their house. All over town, at the mountains, everywhere he goes. They don't mind busting your ass about where you are. They don't want you to know who they see. You think all these women single? No. Some of them's got husbands. A lot of them got boyfriends. I want to tell you how I appreciate it. Hello there. Let's see. Yeah, I can't quite make out that name, but hello to you. Yeah, a lot of them do. I figured all that out, you know. They sitting there, you know, they don't want you to know about them. And what they do. And I know some shit on some of them. I'm telling you, I do. You know, I just, I ain't said nothing about it and I ain't gonna say nothing about it, you know. I don't tell everything I know. I probably don't even tell half of what I know. Hey, y'all, don't forget subscribe to. I'll put the link. I'll put it in here again, y'all. Cause this is where I'll be most of the time. And Tammy will be here on her lives. I say we decided not to stop doing lives. She just gonna do them over here on Southern Ideas. I'm fitting to put the link in there. If you want to hear me talking, you need to subscribe to that channel right there. I didn't have too much to talk about tonight. I usually got something on my mind, but I actually just got on here tonight because I didn't have nothing to do. Okay, Lori. I ain't against a girl having a good time, y'all. I really ain't. But there's such thing as taking things too far, you know. You know what I mean? There's such thing as taking things too far. You know, wait until he comes knocking on your door. Okay, thank you, Lord. You hear me? Wait until he comes to your house. Before he's your secret boyfriend. I want to tell y'all I appreciate it. Appreciate everything, y'all. We're doing good. All these channels are doing good. Tammy's, this channel, the Danny S. Hodges is doing good. We're doing good, y'all. I couldn't do it without y'all. I want to let y'all know I appreciate everything, Tammy. We appreciate it. Maybe she feel like getting on here and being live tomorrow. But this is where it'll be. The live from Tammy, this is where it'll be. Okay, thank you there, Robin. Well, that's the link there, y'all. And anyway, I done said everything. Thank y'all for everything. And hey, don't get mad with me about the way the women do. Y'all know. Y'all know. They don't nobody do it in here, but I mean, there ain't a bunch of wild women in here, you know. All right, y'all. Good night. We'll see y'all next time.